Hi, my name is Goldman, and I'm an attorney with Goldman and Associates. And today we have a very interesting topic about what to do when one is charged with domestic violence. Please subscribe to our channel to get more information about this and other topics. So what do? Somebody, the police call you up, we have a domestic violence warrant for your arrest, or the police come to us, take you away, you're charged with domestic violence. What should you do? Well, number one, there is an inclination that people have when this kind of things comes up to immediately tell their side of the story. So they start making statements to police, and they think that's a good thing, but it's not. You make that statement, already you're putting yourself at the scene of the crime, you're doing certain things that maybe you don't want to do, you're doing certain things that a lawyer in the future may wish you have not done. So therefore, number one, don't give any statements, okay? You don't have to tell your side of the story because it's the burden of the people to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt in a criminal case. It is not your responsibility to give them the evidence to do so, okay? So number one, let's not give any statements to the police. Despite your feelings that you should do so, number one, let's not do that. In most cases of standard domestic violence, which is like an assault and battery, you'll be arraigned and the court will give you an opportunity to post a bond, especially if it's your first offense and there aren't any dramatic injuries. It'll probably be a personal or nominal bond. So you'll be out of jail soon. But the court may well enter a no-contact order preventing you from going back to the home or the location where this took place. If you're a husband and wife, this could be the marital home and you'll be prevented from going back there. So the first thing you should do is make other arrangements, of course, where you're going to live. After that's taken care of, or perhaps simultaneously, you need to contact a criminal defense lawyer, somebody who has experience with domestic violence. Now, they're going to tell you a whole bunch of things about what you should expect in these kind of cases. They're also going to take a bunch of information for you, and they're going to determine, number one, is there a technical defense? That is to say, were some of your constitutional rights in some way violated, and might that cause a technical defense so you don't have to deal with the charges? In the event that there are no technical defenses available to you, the lawyers are going to spend time trying to figure out how's the best way to get you out of this. Ultimately, this is a picture. It's not very pretty. We've got to put it in a nice frame so you can live with the result. So the lawyers are going to try and figure out what are the possible defenses. Number one, they're going to look at what is the likelihood that the person who's bringing the case is going to really want to see it all the way through. In a lot of domestic violence cases, the parties don't want to go forward with the case because they want to try and work on their relationship, work on the marriage. So maybe the complaining witness will not want to go forward. If the complaining witness does want to go forward, then you have to explore what's your exposure. Do they have a good case? Can they prove it? If they can't prove it, demand a jury trial. Demand an opportunity to go before the court. Force them to prove what you know they can't. In that case, they'll die on the vine. It'll result in a dismissal. If they can prove it, if there's evidence there, if there's a neighbor who saw something, somebody who called the police, a distress 911 call, something that shows that there is a possibility that you may be convicted, then you got to explore plea options. What's the opportunity to make a deal? A deal that will A, keep you out of jail, and B, give the opportunity to have a clean record when it's all over. Is that a possibility? So those are things that your lawyer, particularly if he's skilled, will know how to navigate that to get you the result that causes you to be able to live with this once it's all over. Because remember one thing, anybody can come in and say, well, I'll represent you, I'll do this, I'll do that. But the key is, once this case ends, can you live with the result? Which means, is it going to follow you forever? We have an opportunity to have a clean record, so this won't affect employment and all sorts of other things. You need to be able to survive once this is over, so you need to be able, for example, go back home. Can we get the no-contact order lifted? How's it going to work from that standpoint? So those are things that a skilled lawyer will assist you with. If you have any questions about that, reach out, and of course, we'll be glad to help you out.